The year is 1900. No food labels, no ingredient lists, no safety checks, no federal law to stop companies from putting poison in your pantry. Grocery shelves were stocked with deception. Milk, watered down, and re-whitened with chalk. Honey, really glucose syrup. Strawberry jam, nothing but apples, coal tar dye, and Timothy seeds. Even the eggs were fake. Rotten, then deodorized and resold. This was the American food system at the turn of the century, and it was killing people, quietly, cheaply, legally. In 1903, U.S. food imports came under scrutiny, but domestic fraud was running wild. The public was eating poison, and they didn't even know it. Enter Dr. Harvey Washington Wiley, chief chemist of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. He'd had enough. Determined to prove how dangerous food preservatives were, Wiley launched a radical experiment. 12 healthy men, government clerks, handpicked and physically fit, agreed to live under observation. They ate meals laced with chemicals. No pay, no promise, just science. They called themselves the Poison Squad. For months, they consumed increasing doses of 6 suspect preservatives: borax, formaldehyde, salicylic acid, saccharin, sodium, benzoate, copper sulfate. Some got sick, all recovered, but the findings were explosive. Newspapers picked up the story and ran with it. Headlines called them the Poison Squad. The public was hooked. The food industry was furious. Wiley's early results were published in 1904, proving that common additives caused real, measurable harm. His goal was no longer just testing preservatives. It was revolutionizing the entire food system. Now, a national figure, Wiley had another target in sight. In 1911, Wiley struck again, this time in court. The target, Coca-Cola. In a surprise twist, the issue wasn't cocaine. Long removed from the formula by then, it was caffeine. Many expected the case to be about cocaine, but it wasn't. The real threat was caffeine. Wiley argued that Coca-Cola's caffeine was a dangerous stimulant. At trial, federal attorneys argued that Coca-Cola's caffeine was a habit-forming, injurious drug. He believed the caffeine content was unsafe, especially for children. A Chattanooga courtroom became the battleground. He pushed for legal action. Though Wiley retired in 1912, the case continued. He retired before the verdict, but his legacy lived on. By 1916, Coca-Cola settled the case. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that caffeine was a food additive and cut its caffeine content by half. Dr. Wiley's relentless work led to one of the most important consumer protection laws in U.S. history, the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906. It was the first time the federal government demanded honesty and safety in food. That act paved the way for today's Food and Drug Administration, or FDA. His work transformed dinner tables, grocery stores, and the very definition of food safety. Wiley didn't just test food. He tested the limits of what a government should protect. He risked bodies, he exposed lies, and he changed how a nation eats. Every label you read, every ingredient you trust, every ounce of truth in your food exists because one man made poison a national conversation. Doctor, Wiley didn't just expose the problem. He tasted it, and he made America swallow the truth.